Brody Whitehair, number 4, senior.
Devontae Johnson, number 8, senior.
Chris Wilson, 21, senior, Red Guy Beauty.
Terramoda, number 3, junior.
Dominic Fantasia, number 33, senior, owner of El Paso.
Rudy Corella, 6, sophomore.
Cam Dinger, number 10, senior. Go Bears.
Rock Martin, number 5, senior. Avon Jones, number 11, senior.
Logan Canfield, number 2, senior.
Trey Cumberledge, 81, senior.
Jeffrey Calgary, number 80, senior.
Trevor Bigelow, number 55, senior.
Caleb Arbogast, 50, senior. Go Bears.
Tristan Ramsey, 74, junior.
Deshaun Floyd, number 75, junior.
Powers Dawson, number 60, senior.
Back to back?
Hunter Bigelow, number 51, senior.
Javen Papali, number 59, junior. Tribal chief.
Quinn Atkinson, 70, senior. Go Bears.
Lovokul Kalkini, 65, senior. Maximilian Fimkosero, number 40, senior. För das Vaterland.
Tonight from East West Stadium in Fairmont, it's homecoming night. The Fairmont Polar Bears going up against the University Hawks. Hi, I'm Jeff Carpenter alongside the coach, J.L. Abbott to my right, as we get set to watch the Polar Bears try to keep that unbeaten streak alive as Fairmont comes in at 4-0. University is 1-2. This series between the Polar Bears and the Hawks has been a good one for many years, back to the days of J.L. Abbott when he was coach. A lot of great games. Last year we had one as well as Fairmont fell behind and then with 2 minutes to go scored a touchdown that put the Polar Bears in the driver's seat, we thought. But then it took an interception in the end zone to preserve that Fairmont senior victory. So the Polar Bears won last year's game, and overall this is the 30th meeting between the two schools. I checked in with University's coach Eric Snyder to get an idea of exactly how his team's preparing for this season.
Well, yeah, I think we just being able to get the kids active in the off season. We kept the weight room tradition alive, working hard during that off season. Going to the 7-on-7s was pretty much the same, but pretty much just like making it more of a year-round sport for all of our athletes that want to do that. I know we have plenty of kids who are definitely two-sport athletes, three-sport athletes. I'm sorry, but it's that's pretty much the way it's been. Yeah.
You've got a young team.
Yes, sir.
Early in the season now. Tell me about how you guys have played so far. What are the areas you'd like to see improvement? Where have you been pleased so far?
Just pretty much game time discipline of knowing exactly where to line up precisely as the coaches are asking to do to see how big of an effect that's going to be. But I tell you, we had a really good week of practice, and I think having a young group with a good week of practice can be very dangerous. So They've learned from their mistakes, and they're very focused on this game, and I think that they are going to come out and put on a good show tonight.
Tell me your impressions of this Fairmont team.
Definitely seasoned. You know, they have a lot of veteran players, have been around the block a few times. Very, very nice on offense and defense, but they've done a fundamentally sound job of getting the next group of kids up and ready. Like I think about a young man named Chris Wilson who, you know, he's a running back right now for him, has played football for 2 years. So definitely kudos to the coaching staff to make sure he gets ready and be able to produce on his senior year for sure.
What worries you most about this Fairmont team?
I would say probably, you know, hey, there's many things I'd say off the top of my head, but definitely, you know, Bigelow is definitely a pretty big deal, so he could have his presence felt on both sides of the football. They have very good skill on both sides of the football that we're going to have to be very fundamentally sound to be able to keep up with, and definitely keeping the quarterback contained and not let him have any cheap shots as far as running the football with his legs and his scrambling ability.
That's Eric Snyder, the head coach of the University Hawks. JL, this University team, they've got a lot of players, they've got a lot of skill, but they've got a lot of young guys too.
As you look through the roster, you can tell if they're loaded with young guys. Offensively from them, we'll see a spread offense, 3x1 sets, 2x2 sets. They'll do some two-back set, ripping Liz out of the gun. That's mainly the run formation. throwing a lot of hitches and fades. Defensively, we'll see an odd stack. Now, the $50,000 question is the tape I saw against Wheeling Park last week, they ran a man-free, or you want to call man, defensive coverage against Park. Can you do that against us with a mobile, athletic quarterback? Now, Park's quarterback didn't run hardly anything. Ours got legs, so that's going to be a big question now. What type of coverage are going to run out?
One of the Polar Bears' most outstanding players in JL. I know you appreciate a good defensive player, a linebacker, Logan Canfield. I checked in with him before the game to get an idea of exactly what his thoughts are about this team so far.
We're feeling great. We've been playing smooth, putting a lot of points on the board. Defense ain't giving up a lot of yardage, a lot of punts, giving our offense time to work.
You mentioned defense. That's your specialty. You lead the team in tackles. How is it that you are so good at finding where the ball is and bringing the ball carrier down?
Oh, I got to give props to the defensive line. They hold the offensive lineman up, give me time to make plays.
When you're playing at that linebacker spot, what's your biggest obstacle? What makes it difficult for you to get to the runner?
Mostly the guard in front of me. He gives me the most issues, and I just watch him everywhere he goes.
Tell me about the quarterback position. You had a chance to play that spot in the North game and also in the preseason. How comfortable are you if you get called into that spot?
I've played it before. Every time Brody goes down, he gets hurt, and I need to step in. I'm able to do it. I feel pretty confident there.
What do you think is your strength when you're playing in that position?
Probably running the ball, short game, short throws. Probably my most reading the defense. A lot of that's my specialty.
Logan Canfield, outstanding linebacker for the Polar Bears. JL, he's your kind of player.
Yeah, he is. I have him in class.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. In fact, I looked down through the roster. I got like 24 players in class. But yeah, Canfield's a good kid in class, and I like the way he plays. He's downhill Jesse.
He is the Polar Bears' leading tackler coming into this game, and he is typically the leading tackler in every game. Of course, when you're at that linebacker spot, you're primed for that, and he's taken advantage of it.
Oh, yeah. And he's correct by giving props to the three down linemen in front of him. You got three down linemen doing their job, then that linebacker can make a ton of plays.
University is going to kick off to start the game. And the Polar Bears will be receiving at the end zone to my right. So the Hawks will be kicking off from left to right. And doing the kicking will be Jaden Catcher. The Hawks, black pants, white jerseys, gold helmets, and scarlet numbers. And here is Catcher's kick, end over end, and Fantasia goes back and gets it at his 3. Comes up the center of the field, up to the 10. He's at the 15, gets to the 20. Flag is down as he takes it to the 25-yard line. Got a penalty flag on the play, and that will probably bring the run back a few yards.
Yeah, referee threw the first one, so she's coming back. She's still at 4.
Holding called on the Polar Bears. The flag is on the field at about the 16-yard line. And if that's the case, that would take the ball back inside the 10.
That just gives us more room to work with.
So the officials are stepping off the penalty against the Polar Bears, and it's going to take the football back down to about the 6-yard line. So, Polar Bears hit with a 10-yard penalty. First and 10 now. Brody Whitehair at quarterback. Now there's a time at the line of scrimmage. I'd be wondering about the placement of the ball here, because they took 10 yards instead of half the distance to the goal line, and that's what they're doing. I wondered about that. It should have been at the 8 since the flag was down at the 16. So now they've come back and they've replaced the ball down now at about the 18, or I'm sorry, up to about the 8-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 from the Fairmont 8. Damani Johnson is the running back. He's to the left of quarterback Whitehair. 2 receivers to the right, Cumberledge and Nevon Jones. And on the near side, Brock Martin.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to play man on us.
And Cannon-Digger in the slot to the right. Here we go now. 1st and 10 for the Polar Bears from the 8. And here is Damani Johnson wide to the right side. He gets up to the 10, up to the 15, and spins over the 15, up to about the 17-yard line. Nice first play of the game for Damani Johnson.
Nice job on the right side of the line. And even on the perimeter.
10-yard gain for Johnson, and a Polar Bear first down. Gets us a little breathing room now. The football placed down at the 18. 3 wideouts to the left side. Whitehair on a design keep off the right side. He gets to the 25, up to the 30, and over the 30, up to about the 34-yard line. Hit and brought down there, but a nice gain for Brody Whitehair. Making the tackle for University was Marcos Kaniska. Another first down up to the 34.
Jeff, you got real good blocking at the point of attack. And and they're in this man-free defense. These corners are turning their back.
So the ball is at the 34. Far hash marks. Fairmont moves from right to left. Whitehair back to pass. Lofts one downfield to Martin, and he's got it at the 30. And he's brought down at about the 20-yard line. A big play from Whitehair to Brock Martin, and the Polar Bears are in business at the 19.
Damani Johnson had a nice pickup block here at running back and got Brody enough time to get the ball down the field to Brock.
That's a 40-yard pass play, 47-yard pass play from Whitehair to Brock Martin, and the Polar Bears are in business in the red zone. And here is Whitehair rolling to the right, looking to pass, sets up, fires into the end zone for Cumberledge. He catches it. No, he can't hang on, but he was beyond the back of the end zone anyway. It wasn't going to be a completed pass, even if he held on to it. Overthrown, and it's 2nd down and 10. They've actually set the ball back at the 21-yard line rather than the 19, so technically we're not in the red zone.
Well, I mean, that was good pass blocking. Brody rolled to his right, and he threw it to where either we were going to catch it or it was going to be a complete pass. No danger.
So now, on a 2nd down play, here's Damani Johnson right up the middle, and he gets through the line for about 5 yards before Kaniska makes the tackle for University. Set it down at the 18-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Now, watching tape last week, that number 27, Kitska for University, he makes a lot of plays at linebacker, too.
3rd down and 7. The ball pretty much in the center of the field. Whitehair in the pistol formation is back to pass, sets up, he fires it into the end zone, and he overthrows his intended receivers. He had Jones in the area, but the pass was overthrown, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 for Fairmont.
That pass blocking was there.
It's been a windy start to this game. In the warm-ups, it's not as windy now as it was earlier. I was watching the kickers trying to figure out which direction the wind was blowing, and it was definitely a factor. Not so now, though. Bears will go for it on 4th down and 7. The ball at the 18, and there's a flag at the line of scrimmage and a false start penalty. Well, the official first said false start, and then he changed it to offsides against the defense.
That's what I thought I saw the kid from University jump.
So now it's going to be 4th down and about 3 yards to go for the Polar Bears after that 5-yard penalty.
We'll take it.
And the ball comes down to the 13-yard line, and there is Whitehair running the ball wide to the right side. He's got the first down as he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Last minute leap towards the sidelines gave him enough for a first down, and the Polar Bears have it 1st down and goal at about the 9-yard line.
Yeah, it's just trying to roll Brody out of the pocket. That's it. It was a design quarterback run.
So it's 1st down and goal. Ball at the 9 in Hawks territory. Polar Bears on their first possession. Here is Whitehair back to pass. Sends it into the end zone and overthrows his intended receiver. And that's incomplete. That was intended for Navon Jones, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Whitehair, an uncharacteristic 1 of 4 passing.
Well, the old line's holding up well. I mean, they're on their game tonight so far.
Brody is typically a 3-for-4 passer. He completes 75%. Handoff goes to Damani Johnson, who is hit at the line of scrimmage, gets down for a yard or two. Kaniska in on the tackle again, and it's going to bring up a third down and goal for the Polar Bears, short of the 5 at about the 7.
Yeah, he's going to give us. He's going to be an issue tonight because he hugs right up on that nose guard, and you never know which direction they're going to go.
So now Fairmont sends 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right.
See how he's hugged up there?
Here is Whitehair, back to pass, looks, lofts one into the end zone. It's caught, it's a Polar Bear touchdown. Brock Martin catches the 7-yard TD pass, and the Polar Bears strike first, lead it 6-0.
Pass block was great, ball was good. We got 3 receivers in the area. One of them came down with it. Good job.
So Brock Martin catches the touchdown pass. That is his 6th touchdown reception of the season. And Cam Peschel on to attempt the extra point from right to left. Canfield holds. Peschel's kick is up, and it is good. And there's timeout on the field. 9:11 to go, first quarter from Fairmont. It's Fairmont Senior 7, University nothing on 93.1 WFGM.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier, and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that golden blue pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
A touchdown drive that started at the Fairmont 8, and the Polar Bears go 92 yards, capped off by a 7-yard TD pass from Whitehair to Brock Martin.
Hey, that's how you want to start a homecoming there, Jeff.
Sure is, and that's one of the things that I know as a coach. You get the ball first, and you can take advantage. You put a statement there on the board early.
Yeah.
Cam Peschel is going to be kicking off for the Polar Bears. Sean Carter and Brody Kaler are back to return for University. And here is Peschel's kick. End over end, and Kaler comes up and gets it at the 17. He's on the sidelines, and Canfield's got him there, and he's not going any farther. Up to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will go first down and 10.
The guy we were talking about before the game, Canfield. Number 32, Jackson Lowther.
So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Hawks now at the 27-yard line. In their own territory, they're moving from left to right. They have a young quarterback. That's Harrison Helbig. He's a tall kid. He's 6'4", 165, but he's just a sophomore. And his top running back is Brody Kaler. He's a freshman.
And it looks like we're showing a little man free.
So the Hawks come out now. 3 receivers to the left. And fake to the running back, and the quarterback on a keeper. Helbig just throws it into the dirt, and a flag's going to be thrown. Dom Fantasia. It's probably going to be intentional grounding. Fantasia had the quarterback, and he just let loose of it and threw it into the sidelines.
Yeah. Good job by Dom. Just run him out of bounds.
We'll wait to hear officially from the official on the referee down on the field. They've set the flag down at the 19. That's where the quarterback threw the ball, and that's the spot from which the penalty will be assessed, because that's where he was going to be sacked had he not intentionally grounded the ball.
Intentional grounding on number 3 of University.
So that's an 8-yard loss for the quarterback. That's a really tough penalty in that situation, because you're already deep in your own territory, and then you lose the down, and you're looking at a second down and long as the ball comes back to the 14. You've got to get it up to the 37 for a first down.
Well, defensively, that's what we wanted sophomore quarterback to start.
So, second down for the Hawks. And long. And here's quarterback Helbig getting pressure from behind. He's going to be sacked again. Bigelow and Arbogast there to get him. And it's going to be another quarterback sack, and it's going to bring up a third down and even longer now. It's going to be third down and about 24.
Oh, Biggs, he cut that corner quick.
That's one of the things that I think people overlook because of Fairmont's pretty outstanding offense, that this team has a lot of defensive players who are outstanding players as well. Third down, 23 yards to go for the Hawks. The ball back on their 12-yard line. Quarterback Helbig back to pass again over the middle. This pass is caught at the 25-yard line and immediately brought down as Logan Deal. It's going to be well short of the first down, but it gives University some breathing room as the ball will be set down at the 28-yard line, a 16-yard pass play.
Hey, that was an impressive throw by a sophomore quarterback who just got sacked twice.
He was hanging in there, threw it across the middle, and Deal made a nice catch. He's a 6-foot junior, and now the Hawks are ready to punt. Polar Bears have Martin back to return. He stands at his 30. The punt is just away. High floater. Martin catches it at the 31-yard line, then sneaks right up the center of the field. Now heads to the sidelines at the 40, the 45, and he's going to go out of bounds near midfield.
Boy, that was perfect. The only thing is I wish he would have put the ball on his left hand. Other than that, that's an A play.
One of those fundamentals.
Yeah.
So the ball's at the 48. He initially juggled the ball, dropped it on the punt, then picked it up, started to go left, then shot straight up the middle, then went to the sidelines and took it down to the Hawks' 48-yard line.
Believe it or not, that thing bounced like a basketball.
7:19 to go. Every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's 1st and 10 Polar Bears, leading 7-0. And there's the handoff, this time to Wilson. Wilson takes it inside the 45, the 40, and down to the 35-yard line. Nice gain for Chris Wilson, a 13-yard pickup.
Good job by our left side of our line and our perimeter players.
Wilson gets the first down for the Polar Bears. Chris, leading rusher this season, averages 60 yards a game for the Polar Bears. Now it's going to be first down and 10 from the 35. Whitehair hands it off to Wilson, wide to the right side, but this time he's bottled up and brought down at the line of scrimmage. Played well defensively by the Hawks, and Wilson had no place to go.
Yeah, that's played real well by the Hawks. They got off blocks quick, found the ball.
Gonna stop him for a 1-yard loss now as they put the ball back to the 36. So that's the first negative yardage play for the Polar Bears tonight, and it's going to be second down and 11. Fairmont's on the far hash marks, moving from right to left, wearing the royal blue uniforms. Whitehair fakes it to Wilson. Little dump pass downfield to Calgary, who catches it at the 25, absorbs contact and keeps on going and takes it inside the 20 down to about the 19-yard line. It's a 17-yard pass play.
Nice protection, good pickup by our back in the backfield, and nice catch by Calgary. And he knows what to do, catch it, get vertical, get up the field.
71 passing yards for Whitehair so far tonight. The Polar Bears 1st and 10 at the Hawks' 19-yard line. Whitehair gives it to Wilson. Stutter step move at the line of scrimmage and then goes forward for a yard, maybe 2, but not much, as the center of the Hawks' defense was a little too tough. 1-yard gain, second down and 9.
Gave her one too many stutters. But I tell you what, I see him in the hallways, and I saw him before the game. Our 21, Wilson, is built like a man. He is built like a football player.
But was a basketball player, still is, but came out for football late. Here's Whitehair dumping it downfield, and the pass is caught by Damani Johnson. He takes it inside the 10, the 5, peas into the end zone. It's a Polar Bear touchdown.
Nice.
Damani Johnson didn't make it look easy, but he gets into the end zone, and the Polar Bears score again, lead it now 13-0.
Nice job for number 8. You know, he saw it to break back across the green, bring it back across the field. As a coach, though, I tell you, that play was made to stay outside to the right, but he saw something and took it. Nice run.
Cam Peschel will attempt the extra point from right to left. 28 for 28 this season in extra points. Canfield will hold. Bigelow snaps. Ball down, kick up, and the kick is good. There's timeout on the field. 5:12 to go, first quarter from Fairmont. It's the Polar Bears 14, University nothing, on 93.1 WFGM.
1965, the team at City Construction has been an industry leader in all facets of construction, shaping the West Virginia landscape with some of the most recognizable commercial projects throughout the state. As one of the largest general contractors in north central West Virginia, our outstanding record of quality workmanship and personal service is here for your next project. Call our team of experts today.
Give us the opportunity to design build your next project. City Construction Company, West Virginia proud since 1965.
Number 44, Cam Peschel, set to kick off the Fairmont Senior.
It's a fast start for the Polar Bears tonight, leading University 14-0, and we're just about midway through the first quarter. Peschel's going to kick off, but this time he's going to tee the ball up on the far hash marks as he kicks from right to left.
He must know more about the wind than us.
So Kaler and Carter back deep, and the kick is a line drive kick, hits at the 10 and rolls towards the goal line and into the end zone. He knew exactly the angle he wanted. And it goes into the end zone for the touchback, and the Hawks will get it at the 20.
I learned after my first year as head coach, leave those kickers alone.
Your first year as head coach, and you and I talked about this. Of course, you won't say it, but you were the beginning of this turnaround of Polar Bear football, and it all started back in 2005.
We always had it. They just need kick started.
And you had the perfect kick. First down and 10 for the Hawks now. Helbig comes up to the line of scrimmage. He has a running back behind him, and Helbig wants to pass again to the near side. The pass is caught at the 30-yard line by Lewis, and Lewis is taken down immediately by Johnson, very close to a first down.
Tell you what, Canfield on a blitz, they picked it up. Tell you what, this young quarterback, this sophomore quarterback, he's not afraid to throw it, Jeff.
I think they're really high on their future. This may be not the year, but a lot of their very good players are sophomores.
Yeah. Well, that's usually how university goes. They're good for about 2 years, and it takes them about 3 years to get back, and good for 2 years and 3 years to get back. So
it's second down and 1, and Helbig wants to pass, getting big-time pressure, chased out of the pocket, heads to the sidelines and gets the first down. Fantasia makes sure he goes out of bounds at about the 32, but it'll be a University first down, the first of the night.
Well, he made sure he got out of bounds, but he was smart enough to stay, to lay off.
Yeah, that's a spot where a lot of times you see that personal foul penalty.
Yeah, that was a good job by Dom.
Fitting in well with the Polar Bears at this outside linebacker position. He has a block punt this season, and last week he was one of the top tacklers.
Yeah, I watched that game. He had a good game last week.
First down 10, University. Empty backfield, so you know what that means. Helbig out of the shotgun. Back to pass, getting pressure. Chase to the near side. Now he fires on the run, and the pass is caught at the 45-yard line. Nice catch by Lewis. Johnson defending on the play, but it's a completed pass for a first down up to the 44.
Yeah, Bigelow took an inside move and gave up the edge there. You know, we got two really good ends in Calgar and Biggs.
So it's now going to be first down and 10 for the Hawks, trailing the Polar Bears 14-0. But University has the ball at its own 44. It's its second possession of the night. Quarterback, play action pass. Pass comes over the middle, and the pass is broken up, incomplete. It was intended for Lewis. He almost caught it. He was in heavy traffic. A lot of 3 Polar Bear jerseys around him, and the ball didn't stay in his hands. It's incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
You know, our corner's got to realize, you know, our front 6 is getting some pressure on a key quarterback. I mean, it's going to come out quick.
2nd down, 10 yards to go for University. The Polar Bear front, same as always, Bigelow, Arbogast, and Calger.
I expect a little play-action fade here for too long.
2nd down and 10. Quarterback hands it off. This time it comes up the middle, and the
Ball.
ball is loose, and the Polar Bears recover at the 43-yard line.
Guess who? Number 10, Dinger.
Cannon Dinger's got that nose for the ball, that's for sure.
It's like a magnet.
He has the fumble. Brody Kaler fumbled the ball for the Hawks. He had a nice game, but the ball popped loose, and the Polar Bears take over and have it with 3:21 to go. We're in the first quarter. Fairmont leads it 14-0. Polar Bears send a couple of wideouts to the right side. And 2 to the left now on a 1st down and 10 play, up by 2 touchdowns. Whitehair, little screen pass, and it is caught by Canfield. He has it at the 45, gets to the 50, down to the 45, and then dives down close to the 41-yard line. Logan Canfield will get 15 yards on the screen pass and a Polar Bear 1st down.
I've never seen anybody run a screen like that. It was like he was running through a minefield.
And successfully navigating it for 15 yards and a Polar Bear 1st down. 98 passing yards already for Brody Whitehair, who's 3 touchdown passes shy of the all-time school record for TD passes. From the 43, Whitehair to pass, gonna run with it, takes it downfield. He's at the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, and run out of bounds. Big gain for Whitehair on a scramble. Flag on the play, though, and false start called against the Polar Bears.
Why wouldn't the play blown dead?
An unanswered question.
But that's what I was telling you. You know, if they're going to stay in that man, you know, against an athletic quarterback, got to see a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, when the offensive players are spread out and the defenders are one-on-one with them.
And their backs to the line of scrimmage.
There's a lot of room to run, and Brody found it that time, but it comes back. It's 1st down and 15 for the Polar Bears now at the Hawks' 47-yard line. 2:37, clock turning, 1st quarter. Polar Bears 14, University nothing. Handoff goes to Johnson. Breaks it to the outside at the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone. It's a Polar Bear touchdown. A 47-yard run for Damani Johnson. And the Polar Bears lead it 20-0.
Oh, yeah, you knew that had potential once he got past the line of scrimmage.
Damani Johnson
good block
scores.
on the perimeter.
That's his 5th touchdown of the season.
I think that might have been Trey Cumberledge with that nice block out there on the perimeter. But yeah, as soon as he got even with the line of scrimmage, you could tell it was going to be something special.
Special now to attempt the extra point from right to left, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout, 2:22 to go. 1st quarter from Fairmont. It's the Polar Bears 21, University nothing on Fun 93.1 WFGM.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatscity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
The Polar Bears take advantage of a University turnover and turn it into a Polar Bear touchdown just a couple of plays later. Now Fairmont leads it 21-0, and we're still in the first quarter.
Have I told you this is a great way to start homecoming?
Yeah, how about that? Here is Peschel kicking off from the far hash marks again. Sails to the center of the field, and it is picked up by Kaler at the 13. Comes through the center of the line and gets out over the 25, up close to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will go first down and 10 with 2:15 on the clock.
I think that's Parker Bigelow got him at the ankle. He's a good-looking sophomore. 36, Bigelow.
Yeah, he's one of these kids. If he were a sophomore on another team, he would be a starter. But he's getting a good bit of playing time for the Polar Bears and taking advantage of it. A lot of special teams tackles this year. First down and 10 for the Hawks, 2:15 on the clock, and their quarterback, Harrison Helbig, is in the pistol formation. He's back to pass. Pass to the near side is incomplete. Flag is thrown at the 35-yard line. The pass was intended for Lewis. Johnson was defending on the play, defending from behind, and the official apparently is going to call pass interference on Damani Johnson.
Pass interference call on number 8, Damani Johnson.
So that'll give University a first down.
Don't know about that one, Jay.
Yeah, we had a really good angle on that one because it was like right in front of us. Of course, you and I think we have good angles on most anything.
Oh, yeah.
Down around the field. Takes the ball up to the 45, where it's going to be first down and 10 now for the Hawks. They've had some success throwing it. They've not had any success running it, but they've not attempted to run the ball very often tonight. In fact, they only have.
Well, I'm telling you, the play action fade's coming.
First down and 10. Quarterback, Harrison Helbig, sophomore, 6'4", back to pass.
Hey.
He's lofting downfield, overthrows, incomplete.
He threw the fade, the kid run a post.
The pass was intended for Khalil Lewis, and Fairmont had it well defended, though.
Yes.
He had a player on either side of him, and it's incomplete, second and 10.
Yeah, number 2 for University. He's just a sophomore.
That's Khalil Lewis.
Yeah, 6'4", 195.
Yeah, really good size. He had a really nice touchdown in the Wheeling Park game early on, their first possession.
Fade route.
Just exactly what you were talking about. You've done your scouting. Second down and 10 now for the Hawks. The ball at the University 45. Fake to the running back, and the pass is broken down at the line of scrimmage.
Batted down with a fair paw at the line by number 51,
That was
Hunter Bigelow.
Hunter Bigelow got a hand on the ball from his linebacker spot.
Hey, if you can't get there, get your hands up.
It's third down.
Yep. Perfect. If you can't get there, get up. Get vertical.
So a big third down play for the Hawks. Now they don't want to give it up again to the Polar Bears. Fairmont's on a hot streak offensively. The University would like to at least possess the ball for a little bit. Fairmont's already had 3 possessions and 3 scores here in the first quarter. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. See if the Polar Bears get pressure. Helbig. And he draws the Polar Bears off sides at the line of scrimmage. And I don't know if it was so much that Helbig drew them off sides as Fairmont just was anxious and jumped. But it'll be a 5-yard penalty. He'll make it third down and 5. I don't know. We're having a discussion. I don't know really.
We went through this last year, remember?
Yeah.
Last season, every time they threw a penalty, they had a little conference.
So it is offsides defense, kind of what we thought. When they have that conversation, you wonder, okay, what is the conversation about? Because the Polar Bears did jump off, unless there was some thinking that one of the University players had moved first, but that wasn't the case. And it makes it third down and 5. University has not run the ball well this season. In 3 games, just a total of 144 yards. So this is not uncommon for them to be throwing more than running.
Now this is their little Rip and Liz. They're in Liz right now.
Quarterback hands it off to Kaler. Kaler is hit at the line of scrimmage and goes down. Bigelow had him first, and Fantasia was there to finish him off. No gain, and it'll be a 4th down and 5 for the Hawks.
Big read on that is the fullback. The play's going where he's going.
4th and 5. University.
I need to know those things before the play, though, not after. So now it's going to be 4th and 5, punting situation. Jimmy Gregg will be doing the punting. Stands back at his 35. Brock Martin back to return for the Polar Bears. Good snap, and he gets it away. Pressure was there. Martin going to let it drop, and it takes a University roll inside the 10, and it's going to be downed inside the 5-yard line. It's still rolling, and it's going to be close to the 3. So that's going to be a 47-yard punt. And the Polar Bears have a long way to go now.
That's just more room to work with.
1:04 to go in the second quarter, or in the first quarter, rather. Yeah, I'm sure the Polar Bear offensive players are thinking, okay, keep rolling, keep rolling. We get to keep the ball that much longer. So, 1st down and 10 for the Polar Bears now. One of the neat things about Fairmont's offensive line for this season, there have been no changes.
No, I've noticed that.
Those guys, same guys, have played in the meaningful minutes. They've all played at the same time. No changes, and that's
when you can do that, you're being successful. It means a ton.
There's a handoff to Wilson, who takes it off the right side and carries it out over the 5 and cut down at about the 9-yard line. It's going to get about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 after Wilson gets 5.
Yeah, I can't tell from our video. It looked like maybe a safety snuck down there and sniped him. But he tackled him at the ankles. I'm telling you, this kid's built like he's thick.
You're talking about Chris Wilson, Polar Bear running back. He's in the backfield now behind Whitehair. It's 2nd down and 5. And Wilson gets the handoff again off the right side. He's got the 1st down and more out over the 10, the 15, the 20, and he's going to be run out of bounds on the far side of the field. Remember, Wilson had a 92-yard run for a touchdown earlier in the season, called back.
Yeah, I remember Lewis County.
Yes. So from the 9 up to the 26-yard line, 17-yard gain for Wilson.
Good blocking across the board there, but he got a hat on a hat. Turned him loose.
18 seconds to go in the quarter. Whitehair has 3 receivers to the left. The ball is on the 26-yard line, and the Polar Bears have a 21-0 lead. Offensive players checking the sidelines. Wideouts to the near side are Martin, Dinger, and Cumberledge.
I think we're taking the clock to 0. Snap it. They reset the play clock.
So the Polar Bears at the line of scrimmage. Game clock turning inside 6 seconds to go. Whitehair in the pistol formation will not snap the ball, and that will be the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter from East West Stadium in Fairmont, it's the Polar Bears 21, University nothing on 93.1 WFGM.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall, and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Bill Barber and Elvis behind its in the spark.
Starting the second quarter, the Polar Bears have a 21-0 lead and also have the football at the 26-yard line. Chris Wilson gets the handoff, and Wilson gets a yard, and then he gets a bunch of white jerseys around him. Making the initial hit was University's Roman Konchesky. Gain of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, we didn't get the overlap player blocked. He's got what he could. Hey. They all can't be 10s, Jeff.
Nope, that was a 2. Yeah. 2nd down and 8 yards for the Polar Bears. And Fairmont has 3 receivers to the left, and Whitehair is back to pass. He's looking down the near sideline for Navon Jones, and it's overthrown incomplete at the 30-yard line.
Pass blocking is good. I'll tell you what, our backs impressed me tonight. Our backs really actually stepping up, taking on the extra defender.
Mentioned those offensive linemen for the Polar Bears. Left tackle Powers Dawson, flanked by Deshaun Floyd. Center is Tristan Ramsey. On the other side, Caleb Arbogast. And he has Trevor Bigelow as the tackle to his right. Calgar, the tight end, when we run with a tight end. 3rd down, 8 for the Polar Bears now. And here's Whitehair, back to pass. Lots of time over the middle. The pass is caught by Dinger at the 35. He's up to the 40, over the 40 to the 50, and then sidesteps a defender at the 45. He's at the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone. That's a Polar Bear touchdown. It's a 72-yard touchdown pass from Brody Whitehair to Cannon Dinger, and the Polar Bears score again and lead it 27-0.
It was set up by a great block by Canfield here on the sideline.
That's a trademark Dinger reception. I mean, the pass was like 8 yards downfield. It looked like he was going out of bounds, and then somehow maneuvered himself into the end zone. And here we are, another touchdown, and Peschel ready to attempt the extra point from left to right this time, and Canfield will be doing the holding. Trevor Bigelow is the center, the long snapper, and flag at the line of scrimmage. False start called against Fairmont.
Avery. Good job. Hey, I should have took a picture from Mama.
So Peschel ready to attempt the kick now. The football will be set down at the 15-yard line. And there's more movement at the line of scrimmage. Another false start penalty against the Polar Bears.
Flag on Fairmont Senior.
So now Peschel's going to be kicking a field goal for an extra point, because that's going to set the ball down at about the 20, so it'll be like a 30-yard field goal. And, you know, Peschel's been perfect this season in extra points. 30 for 30 this season. And in his career, he's hit 101 out of 104. His extra point is up, and it is good. And there's timeout on the field. 10:56 to go. Second quarter from Fairmont. It's the Polar Bears 28, University nothing on 93.1 WFGN.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier, and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that Golden Boot pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Number
Well, it's been a great start for Fairmont tonight offensively. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns, and we're early in the second quarter, and the Polar Bears have a 28-0 lead.
Well, you want to start home time, Jeff?
Carter and Kaler are back deep, end-over-end kick, and it's taken at the 9-yard line by Carter. He angles to the sidelines, gets up to the 20, breaks the tackle there, flags are down, and he takes it over the 30, up to the 31-yard line. Flag thrown on the run back, though, and a penalty is pending. Nevon Jones in on the tackle for the Polar Bears.
Number 25, Christian Brack. There's flag on the play.
We have games to check on tonight throughout the state. There was a game yesterday. How about Preston? Big win over East Fairmont.
Buckwheat Bowl.
University. Second penalty of the evening, a hold on the return.
Penalty coming up against the Hawks.
I remember back in the 90s, we used to go up there and play like at noon.
I remember the afternoon Buckwheat Bowl, and it wasn't one of my favorite games. Preston was a pretty good football team in those days. Ball's at the 19-yard line now. First down and 10 for the Hawks. Early in the second quarter. Polar Bears with a big lead. Helbig hands it off to Kaler. Kaler gets out over the 20 up to the 25-yard line. That'll be it. Taryn Boda in on the tackle for the Polar Bears with help from Canfield.
Brought down by number 6, Grillo.
Nice gain. It'll be a 7-yard pickup for Kaler.
Hunter Bigelow he looked through the wrong window. If he'd stayed straight, he'd have had him.
I wish those listening could see our monitor and the postage stamp.
It's like a flip phone
to look at. Here is the handoff coming again. Kaler takes it out over the 30, up to the 35, and close to the 36-yard line. Hit and brought down there. Martin in on the tackle for the Polar Bears. It's going to be a first down for the Hawks up to the 36, so it's a 10-yard gain on that carry. 4th first down of the night for University. Their coach, Eric Snyder, has been on the staff at University for about 15 years, so he's not new to the program. He's just new to the job as head coach.
Yeah, I remember Eric being as an assistant.
Really nice guy.
Yeah.
Very
okay,
nice.
Here it is. Rip. All right, watch that fullback. No, they might play action go deep here, but.
Here's the quarterback. Handing it off to Kaler. Kaler takes it off the right side and gets up to the 36, 37-yard line, following the fullback.
Initial contact made by number 50.
Now, they'll offset him right or left, like right, and they'll run left, and he'll come back across. But 9.7 times, he's going to follow 41.
I like when you give me the defensive calls here. I need to get my book out to interpret your language.
So now I call this Liz.
Receiver comes in motion in front of the quarterback, and the quarterback now rolls the other way, back to pass, getting big-time pressure, fires it downfield, incomplete. Trevor Bigelow was pressuring the quarterback. They're back at the 15-yard line. That tells you how far the quarterback was running away from the line of scrimmage, which is the 37. Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 9 coming up.
Oh, looks like we're getting some rain.
Wow, it just came out of nowhere. This was a perfect night until about 10 seconds ago. And now the rain is making some of the spectators scatter, but some who were prepared have put their umbrellas up. 3rd down 9, Hawks at their own 37, trailing 28-0. Helbig to pass, getting pressure. He is sacked, and he's going down, and the ball pops loose, and the official goes down as well. Calger appeared to be the player who made the sack back at the 25-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hawks.
Calger and big.
flag on the far side of the field near the sidelines.
Did he recover it?
Well, the Polar Bears are lining up to return a punt.
Yeah.
So University maintains possession of the ball.
Yeah, I thought for sure Max recovered it.
I think the reason for the delay is the referee went down as he was trying to elude Jeff Calger as well, and he went down just after the quarterback did. And there is a flag on the far side of the field as well.
Yeah, they're coming to check on the ref now. You know, as we get older, we don't move well.
It's just harder to get up, too.
Oh, if I fall down, just leave me.
Well, if you do, you don't have to worry. I'm not.
Yeah, just throw me a pillow and a blanket. Call me tomorrow.
And the microphone. The officials look as though they're getting ready to assess a penalty against University. The official has the ball in his hand, and his feet are pointing in the direction of the other end zone. Not the end zone the Hawks are heading to, the one they're moving away from. Although actually they've been heading to this one on the last couple of plays. And the referee, he's getting all the debris off his arms as he comes to the center of the field.
Yeah. We don't want them spoiled.
So a sideline warning was the call. And it looks as though the official is going to mark the football down at the 15. So that was rather anticlimactic. Ball at the 25. I think I said 15, the 25-yard line. They need to take it to the 46 for a first down. So 4th and 21.
4th and a quarter of the field for University. He's going to bring out the punter.
So the Hawks ready to put it away. Punter, Jimmy Gregg, back deep for the Polar Bears now is Canfield. The line of scrimmage, the 25, and the punt is away. Short punt that hits at the 46, takes a University roll down to the 40-yard line where it's going to be downed. And it'll be a Fairmont football at the 40 after the 35-yard punt.
Down by University at the 40-yard line.
So with 8:16 to go in the second quarter, the Polar Bears have the football leading 28-0. It's been a night of big plays for Fairmont Senior. They've had touchdowns of 7, 17, 47, and 72 yards. And 3 of those were passes and 1 was a run. So the Polar Bears now ready to go first down and 10. Tristan Ramsey is the center, out over the ball. White here in the pistol. He has Johnson behind him. It's 1st and 10. Polar Bears. Handoff goes to Domani Johnson. He gets wide to the left. He gets up to the 45, tripped up and brought down there by Glenn Brown, and a flag thrown on the play in the backfield.
Johnson on the carry for Fairmont Senior. There's a flag on the play.
University has a player shaken up on the play. Appears to be Sean Carter.
Block in the back call on Fairmont Senior.
Illegal block against the Polar Bears. So that'll be a...
Must have missed it all on the perimeter because I didn't see it.
You should check it out on that replay, JL.
I'm trying.
It's like trying to watch something on a cell phone from the 1990s.
It's like, actually, guys, it's like trying to watch an Apple Watch.
Yeah, that's good, because that is about the size of our replay monitor. I have just totally given up. 10-yard penalty against the Polar Bears takes the ball back to the 30-yard line, where it's going to be first down and 20. University's injured player. Okay, and Fairmont now will go back to the line of scrimmage with a first down and 20. Domani Johnson is the running back in the game now. Martin is one of the receivers to the near side. Dinger and Jones wide to the left. Calgar, a tight end on the left side. There's a snap that goes through Whitehair's hands, and falling on the ball is Damani Johnson back at about the 19-yard line. So that's going to be an 11-yard loss.
That's right through his hands.
It didn't really appear to be a bad snap, just maybe a little wet, something, and Brody just didn't hang on to it. So it's now going to be second down and 31. The Polar Bears establishing a real challenge for themselves now. They have to get it to the 50 for a first down, and the ball is on the Fairmont 19. 7:30, turning clock, second quarter. Polar Bears 28, University nothing. Whitehair hands it off. Johnson gets away from one defender, but not another one, and he's going down back at about the 16-yard line. That was Konchesky in on the tackle for the Hawks, along with Kyle Weaver. So now it's going to be third down and even more. Third and 31.
They changed. University's, they're down 28 now. University's changed the front. They went from an odd to an even. Give us another player or two to adjust. When you prep for a team, you only see them in an odd front. Now things aren't going well for them. They do something, so they switch to a 40 front. Now it's just, we'll be all right.
So third down and 33 to go for the Polar Bears now from the 17. Whitehair back to pass over the middle for Calgar, and it's almost intercepted at about the 35-yard line. Glenn Brown defending on the play for the Hawks. And it's incomplete. Fourth down coming up for the Polar Bears, and a punting situation. And you know what's interesting about this? This will only be the third punt of the season for the Polar Bears. Sam Flower will punt, and this will be his first punt of the year.
Number 86.
Cannon Dinger and Ben Smith, the other two punters so far. So Flower gets a good snap, punts it away, got a little spiral to it, and it is caught on a fair catch at the 47-yard line. So that'll be a 30-yard punt, no return, and the Hawks get it with 6:32 to go in the second quarter, trailing Fairmont 28-0.
Yeah, Coach Gurrell get the O-line over there.
Take over.
Like I said, you spend all week. You always try to prep for two fronts at least. They switched to a 30 from the 30 to a 40 on us there, so we'll be all right.
So it's first and 10 Hawks now at the Fairmont 47, and the quarterback Helbig stands inside his 50 in the shotgun formation now on a first down and 10. He gets a good snap, getting pressure. Off balance pass over the middle is incomplete. Pass was intended for Glenn Brown, but he had to release it quicker than he wanted to, and it's going to be second down and 10.
They scored on that last week against Park.
Wheeling Park is a future Fairmont senior opponent this year. And that game is coming up 2 weeks from tonight. That will also be a home game. The home games are great from here on out. Tonight, University, then Wheeling Park, then Bridgeport, then the East-West game. Second down and 10 for University at the Fairmont 47. 6:27 to go until halftime.
Rocco running again.
Helbig to pass. Pass is incomplete. It was intended for Kaler. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Back coming out of the backfield, and it's incomplete. Third down and 10.
Incomplete to number 20, Brody Keller. It's going to be third and 10.
Linebackers for the Polar Bears.
He hasn't targeted Khalil Lewis here in a while. Something's coming.
Boda, Hunter Bigelow, Canfield, and Wilson right now. Quarterback Helbig looking at a third down and 10, getting pressure over the middle. The pass is caught at the 38-yard line by Brown, and Brown is wrestled down near the first down marker on the far side of the field.
Met by number 51, Hunter Bigelow.
And they signal it is a first down, a 10-yard pass play. 47 passing yards tonight for Helbig. He's just a sophomore. They have another quarterback, Jack Byer, who they thought was going to be the starter this season. He was injured and is expected maybe to start practicing again next week.
Tell you what, I'm impressed with this sophomore. He stands in there.
He's back to pass again now. Sets up, fires down over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Brown, his favorite target, couldn't get him, and there's a flag down in the backfield. Referee coming to the center of the field.
You know he had pressure.
Nobody paying attention to the referee. They're ready to set the ball down, and now the referee making the call, personal foul, roughing the passer against the Polar Bears.
Roughing the passer called against Fairmont Senior.
So that'll be a first down for the Hawks. And that's going to take the ball down to the 21-yard line. This Polar Bear defense has only given up 2 touchdowns this season, and both were last week. So first down and 10, the ball at the 21-yard line. In Fairmont territory, now they send 4 receivers to the right side, all bunched together, no running backs in the backfield. And the quarterback, Helbig, gets a rolling snap. Now he throws off balance downfield, and the pass is incomplete. Beautiful defensive play by Cannon Dinger. He hit the receiver, Hayden George, just as he was trying to catch the ball, and he broke it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he was going to throw a fade route here to the left to Lewis.
So 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Second and 10, University.
The Hawks taking lots of time in the huddle. Now breakout. Line of scrimmage is the Fairmont 21.
All right, they took out the quarterback. Look like a little wildcat here, Jeff.
So Glenn Brown, who is another quarterback, into the game, and now he's going to fake a pass, run up the middle, and he's hit and brought down as he takes it inside the 20. Canfield in on the tackle for the Polar Bears.
Direct snap to number 86.
He'll get 2, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Gain of a couple. Be 3rd and 8.
Brown has been the favorite target tonight for the quarterback. Now he runs as quarterback. He is considered the backup to Helbig, and he gets 2, so it's 3rd down and 8. The Hawks trail 28-0, trying to put points on the board here. We get near the end of the 2nd quarter. And Brown at the quarterback spot again. Brown back to pass, sets up, he sends a pass into the end zone. The pass is caught right at about the 1-yard line. It's going to be just short of the goal line. That was caught by Brock Kaler, who was wide open. And the pass is complete for a first down.
He was lined up fullback, rip, and he just ran straight down the field. Wasn't accounted for.
Number 51, Hunter Bigelow.
Well thrown by Brown.
First and goal,
and
University.
First down for the Hawks. 1st and goal. Ball set down just outside the 1-yard line.
Mr. Gold, they're all go down offense.
Brown gets the snap. Brown hands it off, and Kaler has no place to go. Bigelow hit him and had help from Fantasia and Canfield. He's going to lose yardage.
Behind the line by a pack of Polar Bears.
Got to be back at the 3 now. So a 2-yard loss on that run.
Loss of 2 on the play.
By Kaler.
2nd and goal from the 3.
Let's see if they stay in that formation.
Ball's at the 3, so it's as though you're watching it now. It looks like they're going for a 2-point conversion. They're setting the ball's right at the 3-yard line. But they're trying to score a touchdown. Glenn Brown at quarterback. Brown gives it off to Kaler, running wide to the left. He is hit and breaks free, but doesn't get into the end zone. He stopped at the 1-yard line. Calger had him, couldn't quite bring him down cleanly, but did slow him up enough, and he goes down at the 1. It'll be 3rd down and goal from there.
Yeah, Brock came up and
Number 6,
laid a hit on him, but he didn't tackle him. He just hit him, and the kid almost stretched the ball across.
So it'll be third down, goal to go for University now. The ball at the 1 yard line, or actually about the 1 foot line. Clock turns down to 3:15 to go in the first half, and the Polar Bears have a 28-0 lead. Hawks have Brown in the pistol formation, and he fakes it. Now he gives it to Kaler, and Kaler dives into the end zone for the University touchdown. Touchdown scored by Brody Kaler, and the Hawks get on the scoreboard and trail 28-6. It's a 1 yard TD run.
Yeah. But, it makes me wonder about Harrison, number 3, their starting quarterback. I know he took a late hit. Did something happen? Because they took him out next play.
Extra point attempt now by Alex Swihart. Kick is up from right to left, and it is good. And there's timeout on the field. 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go until halftime. It's the Polar Bears 28, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Whitfield, 14, Logan, 6 in the second. And Riverside and South Carolina, first quarter score, 0.
The Polar Bears ready to get the football with 3:04 to go in the first half, leading 28-7. And the Hawks will have Jaden Catcher kicking off. He kicks off from the far hash marks, and he'll kick from right to left. Damani Johnson on the near side, and Dom Fantasia on the far side to return this kick. Kick is end over end, and Johnson comes up and gets it at the 15. Comes up the center of the field. He gets to the 20. He's at the 25, cuts the corner at the 30, the 35, the 40, and run out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. And the Polar Bears have great field position to start another drive.
That was a nice little return.
Finally forced out of bounds.
2:56 on the clock. Fairmont has all 3 of its timeouts left.
This is a sophomore.
Fairmont Senior will start their possession at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, they're not 4 down linemen.
Canfield, a tight end on the near side. Calgar, tight end on the left. Whitehair, back to pass. Far side of the field. The pass is caught by Martin. Heads to the sidelines and gets it up to the 45 and up close to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, pass blocking was good.
See where he stepped out. Going to mark him down at the 46, so it'll be a 6-yard pass play. 176 passing yards tonight for Whitehair. Second down, 4 yards to go. 3 receivers to the right side. Canfield, a wide out now, along with Cumberledge and Martin on the other side. Dinger. Here is Whitehair to pass, and he hits Martin for the first down inside the 50 and tackled on the spot there. Nice defensive play by the Hawks' Caden Coles, but it is a Polar Bear first down. It's a 5-yard gain.
We have honestly this year we got smart receivers. I mean, they actually know. I mean, they pay attention where the down marker is.
Know the game situation.
Yeah. We need 5, and he got a 7.
Empty backfield now on a 1st and 10. Whitehair back to pass, lots of time. Now runs out of the pocket to the left. He could run with it if he wants, but he decides to throw it out of bounds, incomplete.
No harm.
Number 4, Whitehair throws that one
Stops
away.
the clock, 2:17 to go. And the Polar Bears are looking at a 2nd and 10 from the University 49. Whitehair has completed 8 of 13 passes for 181 yards tonight. And he has 3 touchdown passes.
Needs 2 more for the record, or it's a tie?
He needs 2 more for the record. 1 more ties it. A record held by Connor Neal.
And Connor's on the sidelines.
Yes, he is, watching it in person. 2nd down, 10 yards to go for the Polar Bears. Whitehair back to pass, looking quick, near side. Dinger catches it at the 45, goes towards the center of the field, and he's brought down at about the 41-yard line. Short of the first down by 2 yards. That'll be an 8-yard pass play.
That'll bring up Ponchos in a 3rd down.
3rd down, 2 yards to go for the Polar Bears. Whitehair trying to draw the Hawks off sides. Not successful, so he looks to the sidelines, and the Polar Bears call the timeout. 1:44 on the clock. 2nd quarter from East West Stadium. The score, Fairmont Senior 28, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that gold and blue pride at Parmar. There are literally hundreds of Parmar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Parmar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Parmar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
It's 3rd down and 2 for Fairmont Senior at the University 41-yard line with 1:44 to go in the first half, and the Polar Bears leading 28-7. Fairmont calling one of its 3 timeouts in that situation after trying to draw the Hawks off sides. So now the Polar Bears need a first down to keep the drive going, although they are in 4-down territory. Empty backfield set. 5 receivers out. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on the near hash marks. Fairmont moves from left to right. Whitehair gets the snap, looking to pass. He's going downfield long, and the pass is caught! It's a Polar Bear touchdown. Navon Jones catches the 41-yard TD pass, and the Polar Bears strike again and lead it 34-7. Beautiful.
Back in the end zone, 34-7.
Pass Watkins there.
So the 41-yard TD pass ties a Fairmont Senior all-time record for touchdown passes by a quarterback. Brody Whitehair and Connor Neal now share that record. Extra point coming from left to right. Peschel's kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field with 1:38 to go. In the 2nd quarter, it's Fairmont Senior 35, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Navon Jones catches his 3rd touchdown pass of the season, and the Polar Bears now lead 35-7. That was a beautiful play, a beautiful pass thrown by Whitehair, and Jones catching it right in stride.
That was his first catch tonight, right?
Yes.
We have a plethora of wideouts. Is that a good word?
Kickoff, it's a great word. Flower kicking off this time high, and it is caught at the 13 and taken out over the 25 to the 30 and up to the 33-yard line by Brody Kaler. And the Hawks have the ball. First down and 10 in their own territory with 1:31 to go in the half.
Here we go, Max.
Just over the 30-yard line.
Bracera?
Max Bracera.
Yeah. Tell you what, he's got a nose for the ball. I've been watching him last couple of weeks. He's a pistol.
He's a tough player. And there's a flag on the play. That was definitely after the play.
We're getting some jawing going on. Just do your job and get off the field.
Sounds like you maybe have said that a time or two before. Maybe there were some extra words in that statement.
Yeah, can't say on the air.
So it's going to be first down and 10. We're waiting to see what the officials say, if there's going to be a flag thrown offsetting personal fouls. Referee comes to the near side. Personal foul. University. And Fairmont Senior, so they're offsetting. Kind of weird way to give that penalty call, but we got the message. And it'll be Hawks football, 1:31 to go. First down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Harrison's back in.
Harrison Helbig is the quarterback. And he's back to pass, sets up. He's going downfield long for Glenn Brown. It's overthrown. Polar Bears had 3 defenders in the area, but the pass was overthrown.
Yeah, he gets, he'll take that 3-step drop. He hits that 3rd step, he's throwing it.
Intended for number 86.
But University's always just thrown to a spot. He's done them years.
So now the Hawks have to be a little bit concerned because they're looking at a 2nd and 10, and Fairmont has 2 timeouts left, and the clock shows 1:27 to go. And they look like they're going to be aggressive in this situation because there's an empty backfield for Helbig now. And Helbig is back to pass. Quick pass near side, and it's incomplete at the 33-yard line, intended for Brown again, and it's now 3rd down and 10.
Brown falls incomplete. Bring up 30.
Seen enough of these games to see how the Polar Bears can score in just seconds late in a half, and that's why I'm just wondering, is University going to give the Polar Bears the chance to get the ball back?
It looks like it.
Of course, the flip side of that is they're being aggressive so that they don't give the ball back. Although if they had just run it, they probably would have just run out the clock. We'll see what happens here now. 3rd down 10 at the 33. Again, empty backfield. 5 receivers out. Quarterback getting pressure. Screen pass, and it is to Brown. He catches it. Hunter Bigelow gets him and brings him down at about the 41-yard line, 2 yards short of the first down, and a timeout is called.
Yeah, we brought pressure off with Biggs, and he threw it out there, and
about 8 on the play.
Hunter Bigelow and
4th and 2.
Morton made the tackle.
So timeout called by the Polar Bears after that 8-yard pass play. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 2 yards to go. It's halftime tonight, homecoming. We had a cloudburst. It rained pretty hard for about 5 minutes and then stopped, and now it's fine again. And no umbrellas are up in the stands anymore. It looked as though it had the potential to ruin the halftime, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case now. So University is going to be looking at a 4th down and 2 at its own 41-yard line with 1:13 to go in the first half. The Polar Bears have 1 timeout left, and the Hawks are sending their punting team in. The punter, Jimmy Gregg, will stand back at about his 30-yard line. Martin back to return. Long count, hoping the Polar Bears jump. Play clock down to 3, and now the Hawks are going to call a timeout. Timeout, Hawks. 1:13 to go, first half. Fairmont 35, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
It's 4th down and 2 for the Hawks, a punting situation. And the punter, Jimmy Gregg, back to punt, stands at his 26-yard line. Martin back to return the punt for the Polar Bears. Snap is good. Punt is away, but off the side of his foot. Goes to the far side and out of bounds at about midfield. So that's going to be a punt of about 9 yards. Looks like it went out right at about the 50-yard line. And with 1:07 to go, the Polar Bears are in business.
Yeah, I mean, my rule when I was coaching was first half's open season. So we got 1:07. We got 2 timeouts, right?
One timeout. One timeout.
Hey, one's good enough. Let's go. Let's see if we get 6.
35-7, the Polar Bears lead. Football now at the 50-yard line. On the far hash marks, Fairmont moves from left to right in those royal blue uniforms with white helmets. And Whitehair, empty backfield on a 1st and 10. And whistle at the line of scrimmage.
Whistle blows the play dead.
The referee facing away from us towards the Polar Bear sidelines. And I don't know that there was a flag thrown. I just heard the official blow the whistle, and apparently that's it. There's no penalty. They will snap it again. So again, ball at midfield. 1st and 10, Polar Bears, 1:06 to go in the half. Fairmont with a big lead, and Whitehair is back to pass. Backside pressure coming over the middle. The pass is caught beautifully by Calger at the 20, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone. It's a Polar Bear touchdown. Whitehair to Calger, a 50-yard TD pass, and the Polar Bears score again and lead it 41-7.
That was a heck of a play by Jeff Calger.
50-yard strike.
Brody Whitehair becomes the all-time leading touchdown passer in Fairmont senior history with that play. And he owes a lot to his receiver, Calger, who made a beautiful catch and run, and the Polar Bears score in seconds, and now will attempt the extra point.
Beautiful.
Canfield puts the ball down, and Peschel's kick is up, and it is good. And there's timeout on the field. 57 seconds to go in the first half. The score, Fairmont Senior 42, University 7, 93.1 WFGM.
1965, the team at City Construction has been an industry leader in all facets of construction, shaping the West Virginia landscape with some of the most recognizable commercial projects throughout the state. As one of the largest general contractors in north central West Virginia, our outstanding record of quality workmanship and personal service is here for your next project. Call our team of experts today.
Give us the opportunity to design build your next project. City Construction Company, West Virginia proud since 1965.
SSAC. As long as we have games, we'll always need officials, dedicated individuals who give their all for our student athletes every day. Let's show them their respect.
The Polar Bears score quickly. One play, 50-yard drive, catch by Calger in traffic, spun towards the end zone and took off for another 20 yards. To give the Polar Bears a 42-7 lead. And now Sam Flower will kick off from the far hash marks.
We'll see if University will run the ball this series.
Carter and Kaler are back deep. This is a little short kick that hits at the 30, and the Hawks just get there to pick it up. That's Jorge who picks it up at the 30, and now a flag is thrown.
Yeah, I got Fantasia.
by 33, Domination, but there's flags on the play.
Penalty coming up against the Polar Bears. That was a kickoff, free ball. So once it's kicked, it's live ball. Either team can get it. And the Polar Bears came close to getting it. And Fantasia guilty of the penalty. 15 yards, takes the ball up to the 45-yard line. (42-7). Polar Bears have the lead. Hawks have the football.
Yeah, you can take a knee.
Yeah, they've got quarterback Helbig into the game. He has receivers to his right, but he also has a running back 10 yards behind him, and that's typically what you see when the team's going to take a knee. And that's what he does back at the 40-yard line with 50 seconds to go.
But that comes off their total yards, right, Jeff?
It does.
Yeah.
It goes as team entry, though, so it doesn't count against the quarterback. But, yeah, that's a 5-yard loss against their total offense, which isn't, it's not that great. But that's the disadvantage of being back in the shotgun and taking a knee. We're down to 30 seconds to go, and this will be the final snap of the first half. Kaler gets it, goes down, and that is the end of the first half. Time still has to run off the clock, but both of the teams are headed to the locker rooms now as we have, for all intents and purposes, ended the first half at East West Stadium in Fairmont with the score. Fairmont Senior 42, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
I'm Keith Powell, and going on right now is my Keith Says Yes Fest. I'm saying yes to lowering your payments, yes to your trade-in, regardless of condition, miles, even if you're still making payments. My Keith Says Yes credit approval process helps me say yes, you're approved. So if you want new Chevys, yes. New Fords, yes. Lifetime warranty, yes. Come see me, Keith Powell at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Parmar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Parmar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Parmar app for even more savings and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall and we are Parmar stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Since 1965, the team at City Construction has been an industry leader in all facets of construction, shaping the West Virginia landscape with some of the most recognizable commercial projects throughout the state. As one of the largest general contractors in North Central West Virginia, our outstanding record of quality workmanship and personal service is here for your next project. Call our team of experts today.
Give us the opportunity to design build your next project. City Construction Company, West Virginia proud since 1965.
It's halftime. We're at East West Stadium in Fairmont. The Fairmont Senior Polar Bears with a big lead over the University Hawks by a score of 42-7. JL, this is a game the Polar Bears, of course, I think looking forward to because you're playing up a classification in Quad A. This University team, though, is a young team, and they've got their hands full with this Polar Bear team tonight.
Oh, they do. I mean, perfect start. Perfect start. We scored on our first 4 possessions, maybe our 5. We only punted once. As a coach, you're they're relaxing right now in the locker room. You know, they'll be talking to them about having a couple more series in the second half and getting our reserves in there. And I tell you what, you know, up until this point, we'll see what happens tonight. Our reserves have played real well this season.
Yeah, we've talked about that on the broadcast so far this season, because there are so many of these kids who are not starters who would be for most every team the Polar Bears are playing. So when they get into play, you don't see the drop-off that you typically see when a team takes its starters out and puts in its second-line players.
And honestly, you know, that's true. But we flip teams here. When I go back and I watched University and Wheeling Park, University didn't quit. I mean, University, you know, I think it was 30. I think it might have been 35, 20 to 26-6. University scored. Park finally scored there late, and then University kept going and scored. Scored 22, I think.
22. Yeah.
So I mean, University's, they're not going to quit. I mean, they got a lot of pride up there. But you know what? It's always good to get our hands on these old NCAC rivalries that we had back in the 90s and early 2000s. And, you know, we've always had a good series with University. And you know, I personally, I wish we still had Morgantown on the schedule, but they felt like they wanted to play Bridgeport instead. But you know, that's for another time. But
they might have changed their mind after a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but you know, homecoming. Hey, this is a homecoming game. You know, and this is, you know, 10 years ago, this would have been a heck of a match. You know, and you say, who you got for homecoming? You say University. You're like, ooh, you know. But you know, hey, 42-7. We're going to crown our queen. Hey, it's Good Friday.
It's a good day. Yeah, you mentioned the NCAC. I was just thinking about that when I was putting some things together last night. And every year, you had University, you had Morgantown on the schedule, and you were involved in that, and you know what that was like. And that's in the day when those two teams had some pretty good players.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you had to be really ready to go in that conference. And I was always sad to see that conference kind of go by the wayside.
It broke my heart. But let me, okay, you know, and I'll tell you right now that Elkins and Buchanan back in the day were throwing a fit over Morgantown University, beating up on them. Okay, that was the downfall of the NCAC, right? Who's Morgantown playing tonight, Jeff?
Are they playing Buchanan?
Yeah, playing Buchanan.
Yeah, because as it works out, maybe it's karma, because now Buchanan Upshur had to move up a class, and of course with all the quandary over who's really in what class now, but now they are forced to play teams like Morgantown when they were the ones that wanted to get away from playing those teams.
A year or two ago, University was playing Elkins. I mean, it was all for naught. I mean, the NCAC should still be a conference. But, hey, we're home now in the Big Ten, and it's great. But I'm one of the old coaches in the 90s, so.
Yeah, some very quality teams came out of that conference in the old days, and you were in the midst of it back in the 90s, the 2000s, and we had some rough nights. There were some times in those games, but when the season rolled around and the season was over, and you had a player who made all conference in those days, that was something special.
Yeah, but you know, we went through those rough nights back then for tonight's like tonight. And you look over on that fence and you see 4 state titles in 7 years. So those rough spots in the 90s and early 2000s was for tonight.
Yes, it was. And you take a look at the way the Polar Bears have played throughout this season, and they haven't been challenged yet. You look ahead at the schedule for Fairmont next week, playing at Buchanan Upshur. That could very well be a very ugly game, because the Buccaneers haven't even scored a point yet this season.
I didn't realize that until I saw Metro, the rankings for Metro. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be tested until Park, but we got them at home.
That's 2 weeks from tonight.
You know, we got them here at home, which is good. We play, we rise, you know, we rise above when we play here at 12th Street, and then in Bridgeport, Week 10.
Yep, Bridgeport and then East Fairmont to close out the season. And of course, as things are going now, it looks as though Bridgeport has one of the best teams it has ever had. That's what people are saying. And Fairmont Senior might be saying about the same thing with the team that it has this season. You never know. But they've got a very good team. Bridgeport has a very good team, and they are both in the same classification this year. You know, we've gone through a few years where Bridgeport was playing in the class above Fairmont. Not anymore. They're back together. And you remember, because it was when you were coaching, that the Polar Bears beat Bridgeport. Jake, on that stretch at the goal line, beat the Indians in overtime, and that started a real change for that series between Fairmont and Bridgeport.
Yeah, started the roll. Well, that's, that night's going to come down to who makes no mistakes.
And it's something because you've got two teams who are totally different. I mean, two totally different philosophies on football. And they're going to be colliding here in a few weeks here at East West Stadium. But we're getting way ahead of ourselves. Right now we have homecoming going on down on the field. Perfect conditions now in the stands. Kickoff temperature was 70 degrees, windy, but it's perfect. A perfect night for homecoming now. And what the ceremony is, they bring the attendants from the far sidelines down to the near side, on the sidelines at the 50-yard line. And let's go pick up just a little bit with the music from the Polar Bear Band and the homecoming ceremony.
Maya Barone. Maya is the daughter of Jessica and Alex Barone. She is a 2021 national cheer champion and also on the state runner-up team. Maya is a 4.1 GPA, is a member of the 22-23 Girls Lacrosse State Champions and a 24 cross state runner-up. Member of the National Honor Society. She's also a member of the Science Honorary Manager of the 24-25 She plans to study July 14th upon graduation. Maya is being escorted by Tyler Belcher. He is the son of Tony and Tina Belcher.
Halftime continuing here from East West Stadium in Fairmont. It's homecoming, and the Polar Bears having quite a night. The score, Fairmont 42, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM. 2 minutes here.
Our final senior 10 is Olivia Nichols, daughter of Michael and Andrew. She was in attendance on the homecoming court during her freshman year and is also a fourth-year academic student council. Olivia is a honor student and plans to attend college school and hope one of these days to go to Oklahoma and UC. Rocco Episcopo serves as Rocco is the son of Brian and Sarah Episcopo, a four-year academic student council where he held the position of vice president of his class for 14 years. He is also an honorary student, a swim team letterman of 2 years, and has been a lacrosse letterman for 3 years. Rocco is also a member of the National Chamber Choir. We
It's a big night for the Polar Bears here at East West Stadium, Fairmont Senior, with a 42-7 lead over the University Hawks here at halftime. Let's take this chance to look at some scores around West Virginia tonight. Let's start in Class AAA, Fairmont's class. The rivalry in Harrison County between Byrd and Bridgeport, not much of one tonight. Halftime, Bridgeport 51, RCB nothing. Also tonight in Class AAA, Herbert Hoover leading Sissonville by a 56-7 score. Hoover is ranked number 3, Fairmont Senior number 2, Bridgeport number 1 in AAA. Nitro leads Wayne. Wayne no longer in the Polar Bears class. Nitro leading 21-6 second quarter. Whoever would have thought that Philip Barber and Elkins would be considered the game of the week, but it is tonight. Philip Barber playing against Elkins, and it's tied 7-7 at halftime. This is a resurgence for Elkins. Philip Barber, of course, was in the postseason last year, but Elkins has seen a resurgence over its new coach, Chad Ware, who we say new, but he's got Elkins ties to coaching and athletic administration for years. That game is tied 7-7 at the half. My guess is that place is packed with people tonight. Parkersburg South on top of John Marshall, 28-0 at halftime. Princeton and Tazewell, Virginia will play tomorrow. Princeton is ranked number 4 in Class AAA. Spring Valley leads George Washington 7-0 in the second quarter. GW, a quad A school, and Spring Valley, AAA school, leading 7-0 early in that game. North Marion and Lincoln, we don't have a score on that one yet. Parkersburg and Capital are tied 7-7 in the second quarter. And of course, we already talked about Preston beating East Fairmont yesterday, 48-20. And that takes care of the Class AAA game. We have the score on Lincoln now. North Marion 34, Lincoln nothing at the half. I'll tell you, Lincoln has had a really, really rough start of the season, and they're struggling tonight against a North Marion team that is glad to not be playing the Polar Bears. So that takes care of the games in Class AAA. And now let me see if I can get the Quad A scores for you. Martinsburg is playing Jefferson tonight. That game is in the third quarter. Martinsburg is leading 21-12. Wheeling Park, a future Polar Bear opponent, trailing Steubenville, Ohio, 27-10. That game is in the third quarter. Morgantown shutting out a future Polar Bear opponent, Buchanan Upshur, 49-0 in the third quarter. The Polar Bears will play Buchanan Upshur next week on the road. Washington leads Hedgesville 14-0. Hurricane over Campbell Midland 14-7. Those are your Quad A scores. Here tonight at East West Stadium, the Fairmont Polar Bears scored 3 times in the first quarter, 3 times in the second quarter, and now have a 42-7 lead over the University Hawks. And when we come back, it'll be time to check stats from the first half as homecoming halftime continues from East West Stadium. The score again, Fairmont Senior 42, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM. Two minutes.
varsity jersey and also the varsity trophy. He's a 3-year member and a 2-year captain of the varsity tennis team. He is currently the highest ranked tennis player for Fairmont Senior in both singles and doubles. He's also followed time to be a 3-year member and a 2-year captain of the varsity track team. He is the 1-3 regional runner-up for the shuttle hurdle relay team. His relay team attended the New Balance Outdoor Track and Nationals in Philadelphia, where they represented Fairmont Senior. David is a member of Science Honorary, a 4-year member, and current president of the Interact. He's a member of National Honor Society, where he has served both as vice president and secretary of his class. He is currently a co-editor of the 24-25 years. David is currently working on a county-wide initiative to provide insight into the college application process for Marion County students. He currently holds the record for the
Halftime winding down at East West Stadium, where the Polar Bears have a 42-7 lead over the University Hawks, and we are now witnessing almost the conclusion of the homecoming celebration down on the field. The maid of honor tonight, Anna Gribben, and the homecoming queen is Emma Cross. And they are just now introducing the queen, and the maid of honor already been introduced. So that completes our homecoming ceremony tonight at East West Stadium. Perfect night for homecoming, and there were some doubts as this day progressed. So let's take a look at the halftime stats. Rushing yards, Fairmont Senior 123, University 1. Passing yards, the Polar Bears have completed 9 of 16 passes for 280 yards, 5 touchdowns. University 6 of 15, 72 yards. Total offense, Fairmont Senior 403 yards at halftime. University 73.
There are 3 vehicles.
Leading rusher for the Polar Bears at the half, Damani Johnson 64 yards on 5 carries. Chris Wilson 6 carries for 39 yards. Brody Whitehair 2 carries for 20. On the University side, only one player in positive numbers, and that's Brody Kaler, who's carried the ball 7 times for 27 yards. The other carries have been for minus yardage. 1 fumble in the game. The Hawks lost control of the ball on that fumble, and that's the only turnover of the night. Let's recap the scoring now. And there's a good bit to recap. Polar Bears took the opening kickoff, drove 92 yards, and scored on a 7-yard pass from Whitehair to Brock Martin at the 9:11 mark of the first quarter. 7-0 after Peschel's kick was good. Next possession, it's Damani Johnson catching a 17-yard pass, made some nifty moves close to the goal line to get in. And the Polar Bears led 14-0 after Peschel's kick was good. Then, about 3 minutes later, it's Johnson again. This time, though, on a 47-yard touchdown run. Peschel's extra point is good. End of the first quarter, Fairmont Senior 21, University nothing. Second quarter, and the Polar Bears scored quickly. And it was Cannon Dinger who caught a pass, about a 10-yard pass, but then eluded defenders all the way down the field and ended up with a 72-yard touchdown reception. Extra point by Peschel was good. Fairmont led 28-0. The Hawks managed to get on the scoreboard on a 1-yard run by Kaler with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. But then the Polar Bears scored 2 times in the last minute 40 seconds of the half. Navon Jones caught a 41-yard touchdown pass with a minute 38 to go. And then Jeff Cowger, a beautiful catch, a 50-yard touchdown pass to Cowger. He turned it into a touchdown. The Polar Bears led 42-7. That's where we stand at the half. Fairmont Senior 42 and University 7. So this is the time, JL, when I get a chance to get a little coach's perspective, because I would guess that at some time in your career, you've been on both sides of games like this, games where you were up big at the half or games where you were down big. What is the strategy when you have your team in the locker room, and let's say you're University right now? I mean, you're not talking about coming back and winning. What are you talking about?
Well, a lot of coaches just say come back and win the half. I always took the approach, just it's good to go out series by series. And go out series by series, score some points. Let's get better. Make adjustments, get better on defense. It's not a good place to be in.
No.
Yeah.
But on the flip side,
you're telling your guys, hey, starters, I might give you 2 series in the second half, and then your focus is on the young guys to make sure that they get out there and get lined up, and you want to finish strong. But here's the bottom line: when Nick Bardick woke up this morning, he just wanted a W. All right, so
how much easier is it when you've got a team that's really good and you can get kids into play, where on the flip side, when you're struggling and you can't afford to sub much?
It's night and day. I mean, when you're good and you got good kids, first team, second team, young kids, I mean, it's a blessing. It doesn't happen very often.
No.
I mean, you better cherish it. You better win. Better win some games. You better cherish it. University, you get growing pains. I guarantee you. It was Coach Stewart or Coach Snyder after the games. He would tell his kids, "You remember this one?
Yeah.
Remember this one."
Yeah.
And so.
Because there were times when we were saying the same thing.
Oh yeah. I've given that. Hey.
Yeah. You don't want to give that one a whole lot of times, but there are times, and we've talked about this University team is a bunch of young kids.
Yeah.
They don't rely on, it's not a senior heavy team. Their best players are their youngest players. And so they definitely have a bright future. They're going through some tough times this year, though, but that's what happens when you play sophomores.
But, University, that's like when John was up there, John was up there since, they invented the wheel. He'd be good for 2 or 3 years, and in 2 or 3 years he's rebuilding, So he's good for 3 years. 3 years, 2 years they're going to struggle. 1 year they're going to be all right, and then 3 years they're going to be really good. And then it's going to go back to he's rebuilding. The University definitely goes through the cycles about every 3 years. And, we've just been on a nice run since,
for a long time.
Yeah.
Fairmont's kicking off to start the second half, and the ball is taken at the 10-yard line. That's Carter. Carter is hit but breaks free at the 20, gets up to the 25, the 30, and then Canfield will run him out of bounds. But there was a flag thrown back at about the 40-yard line. That was ahead of the play. I like it so much better when the officials are mic'd and you can actually hear what they're calling. And you know what I like especially about it is not only do you hear what the call is, but you hear who the offending player was. Yeah. I think it's so helpful to know, okay, who did they see for holding, or who did they call a personal foul on?
Yeah, so, you're on a sideline just trying to get the official to find out who did, who's it on.
Yeah. The penalty is against University on the run back. So it's going to take the football back to the.
Tell you what, on replay though, Jordan Wagner come flying down the field. If he'd have just broke down about 4 yards sooner, he would have made the play right off the bat. But he's got to come under control there. But he was hauling.
The ball comes out to the 26. That's where University goes. First down and 10. And the Hawks. Quarterback back to throw. Off his back foot downfield for Lewis, and the pass is overthrown incomplete. Rudy Carrillo defending on the play on the far sidelines. That was that touchdown pass he threw so perfectly last week against Wheeling Park.
And trust me, being down 42-7, he's going to throw it a few times. This half.
Quarterback Harrison Helbig, 6'4", 195-pound sophomore. Can imagine what his size is going to be in a couple of years. He's got a running back beside him. That's Brody Kaler. Second down and 10. Fake to Kaler. Pass downfield. Caught by Brown. Brown grabbed by Damani Johnson. The ball pops loose. And the Hawks say they've got it.
Fumble on the play.
Yeah. And University does maintain possession. Up at the 45-yard line. 19-yard pass play.
How do you say it? Helbig?
Helbig.
He's going to be good. You see that? He turned that into a sidearm.
That's his 10th completion tonight. First down and 10. The ball at the 45-yard line. Helbig back to pass, getting pressure. Eludes pressure, runs to the sidelines, and gets to the 45 up close to midfield and is tackled there. So he's going to end up with a positive gain. He'll get about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Biggs just barely missed him. But, you got Cowger coming from the backside. That's what I'm saying. We got 2 good 5 techniques. They got motors. And then, one name we haven't called a whole lot today is number 50, Caleb Arbogast. But you know what? If our backers are making plays and that dozer up and playing that nose guard, he's doing his job.
Second down, 7 from the University 49. Helbig looking for Lewis, catches him along the sidelines, but then he's driven out of bounds right at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or 2. Damani Johnson brings him down. Let's see where they mark him out. They're going to give him 2 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Third down, 4 yards to go. The ball just on the Fairmont side of the 50. Empty backfield with 4 receivers to the left side for Helbig. Getting some pressure quickly. Eludes the pressure. Hunter Bigelow's got him and sacks him back at the 46-yard line.
Came on a delayed blitz.
So a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it's going to be 4th down and 9. So a big quarterback sack for Hunter Bigelow of the Polar Bears. Punting situation coming up for University now. Greg the punter stands at his 31-yard line. Low snap, controls, just gets it away. A lot of pressure. Fair catch called for by Martin at the 20. He was surrounded, the punter.
Yeah. I don't know how we have not at least blocked one tonight.
Came very, very close, but he got the punt away, and it was a nice punt down to the 20, and the Polar Bears will go 1st and 10 from there. Clock shows 8:54 at the change of possession.
But we're taking the right angles because we haven't hit the punter.
Exactly.
That's great. That was a good job by Martin coming up there in the traffic and fair catching that. Now Coach Manillo will get on him for fair catching it because according to Coach Manillo, he's never fair caught anything.
I have all of his old stat sheets, so we can go over that sometime. 1st and 10 for the Polar Bears now at the 21-yard line. Whitehair hands the ball off to Wilson. Wilson grabbed at the line of scrimmage and thrown back. That was a nice defensive play by Brock Kaler. That's Brody's older brother, 6'3", 233 senior. He played that one well. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, he got inside position on Jeff Cowger there. Cowger wishes he had that one back.
Jeff's already got his highlight play of the night on that 50-yard touchdown catch. 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Wilson running this way. Wilson cuts it in at the 25 and gets up close to the 27-yard line where he is tackled and brought down. Making the stop for the Hawks was Jack Gamble, a 6'1", 234-pound sophomore.
Nice run by Wilson.
7 yards on the play. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Ball is at the 28-yard line. Polar Bears lead 42-7. 7:45 to go here in the third quarter. Whitehair in the pistol formation. Can't draw the Hawks off sides. And he hands it off to Wilson again. Looks for a hole. Gets up over the 30 and up to the 31-yard line. Close to a first down.
Whoa.
And now a late flag is thrown.
You know, I don't agree with that call, but
After the play.
it was down.
And it was like probably unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, they're going to get Trevor, but just blocking downfield.
At one play, we mentioned Wilson's 92-yard touchdown run called back was almost as though the penalty was for blocking too hard.
Yeah.
Because Deshaun Floyd and Powers Dawson were just double teaming a guy and running him right down the sidelines. And it's like they end up calling holding, but I think it was more like.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. It was like watching that movie Blindside.
I don't know what the officials. He signaled personal foul on both teams, and it's a dead ball foul, which would mean it was after the play, or I would guess it'd be a dead ball foul, which would still be a first down for the Polar Bears.
I can't hear the whistle, so I don't know when the whistle was blown.
Yeah, it just looked like it was really late. When I saw the flag coming, I think the guy was almost up off the turf. Okay, now signaling again, personal foul, Fairmont Senior. First down. So if it's dead ball, Fairmont would have had the first down and then the penalty assessed. So that's maybe what some of the confusion was. But if that's the case, they need to move the first down markers, under which they haven't done.
Oh boy.
Number 9, Keaton Coles, the injured University High player.
So Caden Coles, injured on the play.
Not able to make his way to the sideline under his own strength.
.5'10", 155 junior.
So first down carried by number 21, Chris Wilson.
So now they're going to move the chains back to where they set the ball, which makes sense. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Polar Bears. They got the first down. Then the penalty starts a new set of downs, and the down markers follow. So 1st and 10, the ball at the 16-yard line, 7:20 on the clock. Fairmont leads at 42-7. Here is Whitehair, and there's another flag on the play.
Flags fly.
Offsides is the call against University.
Offsides on the defense.
Well, Jeff, I can see where the second half's going to
You
go.
normally when you get in lopsided games like this, you try to speed the game up.
Yeah.
But we've gone in the opposite direction now with a couple of penalties and discussions about them. Now it's 1st down and 5 for Fairmont at the 21-yard line. Whitehair gives it to Wilson. He gets to the outside. He gets to the 25. He's up to the 30, the 35. He's at the 40, the 45, the 50, and is just brought down on the sidelines inside the 50-yard line.
Nice job on the perimeter. I think it was Dinger.
Huge carry for the Bears. Stop made by number 13, Jaden Ketcher.
Yeah, I think that was 10.
32 yards for Wilson.
Good enough for a Fairmont Senior.
Yeah.
First down.
Nice block by Cannon.
77 yards rushing for Chris Wilson now. And Fairmont has it 1st down and 10 near midfield. It's in University territory at the 47-yard line.
Look at Fantasia, tailback.
High snap, and Whitehair has to go and fall on it back at the 46-yard line. Dominic Fantasia, and there's another late flag thrown. So we're going to have another discussion and another penalty coming up. This will be in the personal foul category again. Dominic Fantasia was a 1,000-yard rusher for East Fairmont last season. He hasn't carried the ball for the Polar Bears this year, but he was in the backfield last week as a fullback. And he is now, well, he did come into the game on the last play.
What was the call?
I think it's coming. Dead ball, personal foul, Fairmont Senior. Dead ball, personal foul, University.
Offsetting dead ball personal fouls.
So ball comes back to where Whitehair recovered it, back at the 47-yard line. So that's a 5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 15. Polar Bears have not thrown the ball here in the second half. And Whitehair gives it again to Wilson. Wilson off the left side, gets to the 50, down to the 45, and down close to the 42-yard line. Wrestled down there.
Number 21, Chris Wilson, carrying the ball, brought down.
And there's another stoppage of play.
Yeah, there's another flag.
On the far side of the field. So, just about every play now is accompanied by a flag. Wilson carried the ball down to the 42. So that was an 11-yard gain.
Yeah, coaches need to get this under control.
Another dead ball, unsportsmanlike. This is on Fairmont Senior. The referee's doing a lot of talking, but we can't hear anything he's saying.
Yeah, we got to get this under control.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. It's dead ball, so the play counts, and the penalty is assessed. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 20 yards to go for the Polar Bears. Ball back at the 43-yard line. Now the backfield is empty, except for the quarterback. Whitehair, back to pass. He sets up, going down the far sidelines, and the pass is to Dinger. He's got it. Cannon Dinger with another one of those unbelievable catches in heavy traffic. Somehow he came away with the ball, and it's a Polar Bear first down at about the 16-yard line.
Good pass protection, 4 verts. And I'm going to start calling the kid the a magnet because he's special.
Here is Whitehair on a first down play. He's back to pass. He throws it into the end zone, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. That was intended for Cumberledge. Cumberledge has just been running out of territory on his 2 catch attempts tonight.
First one in the first half, yeah. Same place.
Yep, 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Brody Whitehair has thrown for 322 yards tonight.
How many different receivers or how many different players have caught passes tonight, Jeff? Do you know it right away?
Not right away, but
I'd say at least 5.
yes, that'd be pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Martin, Calger, Dinger, Johnson.
We got Fantasia in the backfield. Let's get a good snap and get him a carry.
Whitehair hands it off to Fantasia. Right up the middle. He gets inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone. It's a Polar Bear touchdown. Dominic Fantasia on his first ever Polar Bear run scores a 15-yard TD, and the Polar Bears lead it 48-7.
I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember 2009? We had Ryan Severe transferred over, and I think we had his first 4 touchdown catches were called back. So he literally didn't get an actual touchdown until about game 7.
He had to work hard for his. Peschel kicking the extra point. Ball down, kick up, and the kick is good, and there's timeout on the field. 5:20 to go, third quarter. Fairmont Senior 49, University 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier, and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that gold and blue pride at Par-Mar. There are literally hundreds of Par-Mar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Par-Mar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Par-Mar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
It's a 49-7 Fairmont lead with 5:20 to go in the third quarter from East West Stadium, and the Polar Bears ready to kick off to the Hawks. Carter and Kaler are back deep for University. Sam Flower will be doing the kicking. Sam Flower, Nate's younger brother, kicking off. Nice kick. Hits at the 12, and it just goes out of bounds. So it'll be a penalty, and the ball will be given to University at the 35-yard line with 5:20 to go in the third quarter, and the Polar Bears on top 49-7.
Okay, looks like we're going to have a new defensive front.
New players in the game for Fairmont Senior along the front line. Jay Papali, Max Bracero, and Quentin Atkinson along the front line.
Big Q.
Atkinson, 6'2", 280 pounds. Papali on one side is 6'4", 230. And on the other side is Max Bracero. Bracero is a senior, 5'8", 200.
Yeah, but he's built like a power lifter.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hawks, trailing the Polar Bears 49-7. And the handoff goes up the middle to Kaler, and Kaler takes it off the left side. Bracero grabs him and brings him down at the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple. 2nd down and 8.
I think we got a guy down.
University has a player injured on the play.
I'm hoping it's just a cramp.
Might be. It looks like the way he has his left leg extended. That was one of the interesting things from last week's game, JL. I don't know if you picked it up on the video, because I never saw a picture of it, but it was late in the game. And, of course, 2 big rivals playing, and one of the North Marion players on the other side of the field from his bench is having a cramp. And Jordan Wagner is there, and he grabs his leg, and he's stretching him out. So you have a Polar Bear player stretching out the leg of a North Marion player who has a cramp. And I thought, I wish someone could get a picture of that, because there were some hard feelings in that game, but I thought that would have been a nice picture to see in the newspaper or wherever, social media.
Yeah, no, that would have been, that's just, it's good sportsmanship.
So they're taking a look at the injured Hawks player, and he's going to be okay as he's quickly up. That's Jack Gamble. He's a key player for them. 6'1", 234-pound sophomore.
Yeah, just another sophomore.
Yep.
If I get a cramp, I'm down for 3 days.
I'd hate to even see that.
Oh, it's ugly.
2nd down, 8 yards to go now for the Hawks. The ball at the 37 in University territory. They're moving from left to right in a running clock. Polar Bears up by 42. Quarterback, play action pass. Quick pass near side. And the ball is caught by Kaler. That's Brock Kaler, and he's run out of bounds in Fairmont territory at the 47-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, he's a horse. That's 6'3", 230.
Now he's a senior.
Yeah.
So from the 37 to the 47, a 16-yard pass play, and University gets a first down and has the ball in Fairmont territory. Clock turns inside 4 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lewis wide out to the near side. Deal wide left. Slot to the left is Hayden George. And that big guy that just carried the ball in the backfield with his quarterback. And there is the play action pass downfield. The pass is caught by Lewis, and he's run down out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Good job. Good job. Rally to the ball.
Forced out of bounds by number 51, Hunter Bigelow.
7 yards.
He's second and third.
Tristan Ramsey checked in on defense.
Trey Cumberledge also in there defensively for the Polar Bears. Jason Walker, Rudy Carrillo.
Yeah, we still got our linebacking core in there.
Second down. 4 yards to go. Quarterback swings a pass to Hayden George. George along the far side of the field is going to be swarmed under. Going to lose some yards on the play as the Polar Bears had that one defensed very well.
Number 3's pass to 11, Hayden George.
I'm not sure who was there first, but I know Jordan Wagner came and cleaned it up.
And number 12, Jason Walker for a loss.
That's Jason Walker.
Looks like Rudy Carrillo was one of the ones on the bottom there. That's a loss of 3 yards on the play, and it's third down and 8.
Little Jason Walker. Hey, he's state champ.
Yes, he is.
State champion wrestler, yeah.
Third down 8 for the Hawks. Game clock turning inside 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. University sends a wide out to the near side. That's Deal in the slot to the right. George, running back. Kaler to the left of the quarterback, who's back to pass, getting pressure.
Oh, nice
pass
job.
downfield, deflected, incomplete.
Papali.
Jay Papali.
Nice job. Hey, if you can't get there, get your hands up.
It's going to bring up fourth down University.
So fourth down and 8 for the Hawks. We're in a running clock situation now, so even though it's an incomplete pass, the clock continues to turn. Punting situation, Canfield goes back deep for Fairmont. Jimmy Gregg will be punting, standing at the 40. Low snap, he drops it, picks it up, punts it away. And Canfield calls for a fair catch, watches it bounce behind him inside the 5 and down into the end zone for the touchback. Nice job by the punter getting that one off, because when he dropped it, and you know the pressure that he's been absorbing all night long.
We kind of laid off that one.
Yeah, and it was a good thing.
If that would have been 2 punts ago, we'd be the band would be playing right now.
So the ball comes out to the 20. First down and 10 for Fairmont Senior with 1:16 on the clock. So you can expect to see different faces, different numbers on the field now, as the starters will have exited with a 49-7 lead in the last couple of minutes of the third quarter. Many of them had exited on the defensive side prior to that University possession. In fact, one of the key plays, the pass breakup by Javen Papali, he's a backup. So new players in the game now. Dominic Trotta is the quarterback. He's a freshman. Christian Rapchek, another freshman beside him.
Did he pick 16?
That's a good question. It's still available. There's Carrillo getting the handoff off the right side. Yes. Carrillo gets out over the 20, the 25, and up to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
We remember 16, and that number very close to you.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Abbott is who we're talking about. 16 was not a common quarterback number. It's going to be a 6-yard gain for Carrillo, and both teams are headed to the other end, so we're going to see the end of the third quarter. At East West Stadium in Fairmont, the score, the Fairmont Polar Bears 49, at the University Hawks 7 on 93.1 WFGM.
Hi, this is Meredith Mayer from Fairmont, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that thundering herd pride at your local Par-Mar stores. We are over 200 stores strong and growing. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings and sign up for the Par-Mar rewards card. Whether it's food, gas, or groceries, we have you covered. We are Marshall, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
It's 2nd and 4 for Fairmont in its own territory at the 26, and Trotta tries a little swing pass out to the left side, and it's incomplete. Makes it now 3rd down and 4 for the Polar Bears. Clock turns inside 11:40 to go. Polar Bears leading at 49-7 as we start the fourth quarter. It was 42-7 Fairmont at halftime. Carrillo in the backfield with Rapchak.
That's a name, Rapchak.
Name from the past.
Yeah.
On either side of Trotta on this 3rd down, 4 play. Carrillo gets the handoff off the left side, has no place to go, now decides to come back this way, and he needs to cut the corner, but he can't. He's brought down back at about the 17-yard line by Brody Kaler of the Hawks. So a big loss for Carrillo, back to the 18.
That's just a youngin trying to make a play.
8-yard loss for Carrillo.
I think we have a good group of running backs. I mean, start from the top with Damani and Wilson, and you go down from there. Even as freshmen, I remember watching a couple weeks ago, Rapchak ripped off some big ones. So
it's a punting situation now, and Sam Flower to punt. This is a floater spiral. It hits Trevor Bigelow.
Hit him right ahead.
And the ball will be down at the 49-yard line in Fairmont territory. The punter doesn't like that because the roll he didn't get, because they're going to mark it where it hit Bigelow.
Trevor don't like it because he's going to hear about it all next week in practice.
Trevor, the long snapper. And so the ball is going to belong to the Hawks. And the officials are going to mark it down at the 40. Well, let's see where they're going to put it. I don't know. They might not have seen that it hit Trevor Bigelow, because they're marking it down where it was.
Grayson Dinger's in. Got another dinger.
Yeah, freshman. So after they assess the penalty on the punt, the Polar Bears will be on defense at the 41, and University will 1st and 10 from there. 10 minutes, 7 seconds, turning clock. And University will come to the line of scrimmage now, 1st down and 10, trailing 49-7. And now the Hawks call a timeout. Timeout, 9:58 to go in the game. It's University 49, or it's Fairmont Senior 49, University 7. on 93.1 WFGM.
Hi, my name's Zach Frazier and I'm from Fairmont, West Virginia. And when I'm back at home in Fairmont, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that Golden Boot pride at Par-Mar. There are literally hundreds of Par-Mar stores in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and even more on the way. Download the Par-Mar app to save even more. And whether it's food, gas, groceries, or whatever, we have you covered at Par-Mar. West Virginia proud and ready to serve you.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We're in the fourth quarter at East West Stadium in a running clock situation. University has the football after stopping the Polar Bears, getting the ball back on a punt. And they come to the line of scrimmage now. They have some new players in the game. And it's going to be first down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Handoff goes off the left side. Ball carried inside the 40, down to about the 36-yard line. That's Jeremiah Robinson on the carry. The quarterback in the game now is Nico Micel.
Oh, the head wrestling coach's son.
So, a gain of 5, second down and 5.
I guarantee he's a wrestler.
You don't have a choice, do you? The ball at the 36-yard line in Fairmont territory. Quarterback, Robinson, tries to bounce it to the outside, and Jordan Wagner's got him and throws him down for a loss on the play. Nice defensive play by the Polar Bears. Wagner.
Nice job.
5'9", 174-pound senior.
By number 1, Jordan Wagner.
Everything he does it at 100 miles an hour, which is great. Just get more under control.
I'll tell you, watching the officials place the ball tonight.
I think that's Smoke Conaway, isn't it?
I don't know.
Isn't that Smoke right there?
Could be. Ball comes to the 39 now. And it's going to be third down and 8. Quarterback, Micel, back to pass, swings it over to Robinson, who catches it and then is hit by Wagner and thrown out of bounds after a short gain. 2-3 yards on the play, but it'll be short of the first down and a fourth down situation coming up.
Taken out of bounds by number 1, Jordan Wagner. That's going to bring up fourth down.
So fourth down, 6 yards to go after that 2-yard gain. And the Hawks will go for it at the 37-yard line. Micel, the quarterback, back to pass. Uh-oh, he's in trouble now, being chased around, heads to the sidelines, now throws on the run, and the pass is incomplete.
Number 19.
Intended along the sidelines for the Hawks, Luke Byer. And it's Fairmont's football with 7:26 to go in the fourth quarter.
Did you say he was a freshman, Mizell?
Yes.
Yeah. He's got good awareness. I mean, he felt the pressure. And
5'5", 130-pound freshman.
Yeah, give University 2 more years.
And we'll be sitting here 2 years from now, watching, see exactly what they have turned into by playing all these young guys now. First and 10.
It'll be beneficial.
Ball at the 38-yard line in Fairmont territory. Dominic Trotta, freshman quarterback. In the shotgun formation. Milking the play clock. Takes the snap. And he's going to keep it off the near side, and he's thrown down back at about the 30-yard line. I'm not sure if he thought he was going to hand that off.
He should have gave it.
Because when he kept it, there was nothing there. Be a 7-yard loss on the play. And second down and 17.
Loss of 7 on the play. It's going to be 17.
Play clock down to 15. Game clock at 6:27. Trotta has a lot of experience in this situation, watching the play clock, getting all the seconds he can off of it before the snap of the ball. Hands it off to Rapchek this time, wide to the left. Rapchek tries to turn it up, and he does. He gets over the 30, the 35, and up to the 38-yard line, and then falls forward close to the 40.
Yeah, he's a Rapchek. He's a tough little kid.
It'll be a 9-yard gain for Rapchek.
Be nice if he gets as big as his brother Luke.
Yeah.
Gain of 10 on play.
You've seen what happens between the freshman and sophomore years with some of these guys.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
My favorite example is Rat Heston, who was too small to play as a freshman and ended up as like a 6'2", 220-pounder.
Yeah. Because my last year he was a sophomore, and hell, I think we played him some free safety.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was in the second.
And his senior year, hell, he gained 45 pounds. And
you never know. 3rd down and 8 for the Polar Bears now. Rapchek behind the quarterback, Trotta, and Rapchek gets the ball. He's trying to get outside to the right, then he cuts back to the left, takes it up to the 48-yard line. I was watching
Dinger.
I was watching Grayson Dinger too. They were chasing each other down way far away from the ball. And Rapchek is a yard short of the first down. 4th and a yard to go. A lot of time on the play clock as the Polar Bears come to the line of scrimmage. Fairmont leads 49-7, and it's 4th down and a yard to go at the University 48-yard, or the Fairmont 48-yard line. And now the Hawks appear to have jumped off sides.
You know, I wonder, go back the last, 20 years, how many yards we've gained off that freeze.
Yeah.
It's got to be a couple hundred.
Oh, and this season it hasn't been as effective as it was the last few for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe we just haven't had the situations that have occurred as many times. But 1st down 10 for Fairmont Senior now. We talk about the freeze that's holding on, not snapping the ball and let the other team jump off sides. Trotta hands it off, and it's taken up to about the 48-yard line. That'll be about it. Rapchek carries it again, gets a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Number 25, Rapchek. Brought down by a hash mark for no gain.
David Watson's checked in.
Watson typically lines up as a wideout. Papali along the front line for the Polar Bears. Dylan Apanowitz as well. Jackson Lowther in the game. Center over the ball for the Polar Bears is Cooper Keener. 2nd down and 9. Trotta back to pass. His pass incomplete. A diving attempt made at the 40-yard line by Jason Walker. Couldn't come up with it, and it's 3rd down and 10.
Grant Newsom has just gotten into the game.
Freddie Whitehair tonight set an all-time Fairmont Senior record for touchdown passes in a career. And imagine what he's going to do to that record the rest of the season. And he also threw for 322 yards, 5 touchdowns. 3rd down for the Polar Bears, 10 yards to go from the Hawks 48, 2:27 on the clock. Bears lead 49-7. Trotta at quarterback. Fakes a handoff, now he's going to keep it, and he goes down at the 50-yard line.
Dom, give it.
So that'll be a 2-yard loss and a 4th down and 12 coming up for the Polar Bears.
And about 13.
He's young. He's going to get it. He's tough. He's standing there taking it.
And he's just a little guy.
Yeah.
5'7", 135 pounds, freshman.
Yeah.
4th down, 12. Polar Bears will go for it here. 1:47 to go. Trott is in the pistol formation, and Moore, the running back, behind him. That's Trent Moore. 4th down and long. Moore gets the handoff up the middle, and he gets a nice gain, but not enough for a first down. He takes it down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line.
He stuck it up in there.
So we'll get about 5, and the ball will turn over to the Hawks. So the Hawks will get it. The clock does stop at a change of possession in a running clock situation. It now shows 1:25 to go. And it's 1st down and 10 for University in its own territory at the 44, trailing the Polar Bears 49-7. Micelle, the quarterback, Robinson, running back, behind him on a 1st down and 10 play. And Robinson gets the ball.
Nice cut.
Tries to break to the outside, breaks a tackle, and gets it up to the 48-yard line. And there's Jordan Wagner again. So Jordan gets himself some defensive stats tonight with another tackle. It'll be a gain of 5. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Hawks. And they need to run one more play. Game clock down to 35 seconds. Play clock at 20.
October 11th, when we host the Patriots of Wheeling Park. October 11th.
Next week, Fairmont Senior at Buckhannon Upshur. 7 o'clock start, 6:40 airtime. Polar Bears facing a Buckhannon team that playing Morgantown tonight most likely will still not have scored when the Polar Bears play them. And a knee taken by the quarterback back at the 45-yard line, and this game is headed to a finish as Fairmont Senior has beaten the University Hawks on homecoming night at East West Stadium in Fairmont. The final score, the Fairmont Polar Bears 49, University 7. Wrap-up coming up next on 93.1 WFGM.
Your final from historic East West Stadium. Fairmont Senior 49, University High 7. We appreciate you coming out and supporting Fairmont Senior High School Polar Bear football, Fairmont Senior High School athletics, and of course, Fairmont Senior High School. Please drive home safe. Stop at the stop signs in the neighborhood, and we'll see you back here on the 11th.
Janine, did I see you smile? I swear he finally smiled. Tell me he played a good game.
It's over. It's a successful homecoming night for the Polar Bears tonight with an easy 49-7 win over the University Hawks. JL, this was a game that started well for Fairmont, and particularly from the offensive end, they were clicking throughout the first half and came up with some nice plays defensively as well.
Yeah, offensively, you couldn't have scripted better. I mean, you said, scored 21 in the first quarter and 21 in the second quarter. defense played well. I mean, gave up one score. So, I mean, but, hey, it's homecoming. This is an important game, no matter who we play. We've got a lot of alums back in town this weekend. So it's important. So now we get to enjoy it for a night. We'll probably come in tomorrow around 10, I guess, and watch film. And, Monday it'll be all about Buchanan.
And I guess we need to mention the outstanding passing attack that the Polar Bears showed tonight. And you mentioned it once. You said how many receivers have caught passes, because that's just, they just went right through the roster of players who could catch. All of them made big plays. Calgary's touchdown reception, which gave Brody Whitehair the all-time record for touchdown passes, that was a big-time catch. And it was with time running out in the first half. It was a 50-yard pass play. Not only did he catch it at the 20, but then he turned around and took it in the end zone. And you just saw so many of these guys coming up with big plays. And if you're a quarterback, it's not like, okay, I got to get it to my guy with the good hands to complete it, because all these guys can make big plays.
Yeah, most of your teams, a lot of your teams, they have one guy or